Hello, you bashful, bouncy Brachiosaurus Rex. Welcome back to J Mick. My name is Jack, the snack that smiles back. Relationships. They're weird. They're confusing. But don't worry, Dr. Me is here to give you to help people with their problems. Emily's here too. Emily, say hello.
Hello.
Good. Let's go. I, 28-year-old male, accidentally said another woman's name during the fun times, and now my wife, who's 23, wants a divorce.
Ooh, that's a pretty big step. Obviously, something else is going on.
Tactfully dating people with the same name, so if you accidentally moan someone else's name, you don't get caught. I'm an idiot, that's for sure. I was super tired last night and accidentally said another woman's name during the fun times. My wife heard it and started crying and yelling at me right away. It's a woman that she had been questioning me about our relationship, so that doesn't help. Oh. The woman is a co-worker of mine, and yes, we are good friends at work, but nothing else. Well, my wife said that she knows I'm cheating, that I've been distant and she knew something was going on. She's convinced that I was thinking about my coworker and that's why I said her name. I was just tired, is all. She thinks I don't love her anymore, but I do. And now she wants a divorce. Any ideas or advice to calm her down and get it through to her that I'm not cheating and that there's nothing going on with that woman?
Why did your mind turn to her when you're tired?
Well, I know there is that idea where don't think of the red elephant, whatever it is. You know, you're going to think of the red elephant. And especially if you're close with her, you're really close with her, and, keep on bringing it up. Obviously, you're going to end up subconsciously connecting things of okay, if I'm ever with my partner intimately, I should definitely not try and ever bring that name up, even accidentally. And as a result, you're thinking about that name. But in this case, man, you might subconsciously actually be attracted to your coworker.
I love the second comment.
Lamau, your poor wife, dude. I was tired. So anyway, I started banging. I mean, that's a good point. Though, okay, look, defending guys again here. You can be tired as hell, but if your girlfriend's wanting some sugar, I mean, you gotta oblige. Because you never know when you're gonna get it again. Yeah, okay, this one, yeah. I think you may be trying to convince yourself that you were tired and don't have any feelings towards this woman. Obviously, she's been on your mind one way or another that you're not allowing yourself to understand because of your wife, but there's really no other reason you should ever say another woman's name during that time. You can be attracted to other people. I think you've been trying to shove this down your mind for so long that now it is subconsciously leaking out. That said, you can find someone attractive, but that doesn't mean you're actually, attracted to them. Can you openly say that you find your wife hotter than your coworker? Things like that. What do you think, Em? Do you think she's valid to dump his ass?
I mean, she can do what she wants. I assume there's other issues going on as well.
Yeah.
But if you suspect infidelity, I did read one comment that was saying you should just cut all contact with this woman as respect to your wife. Sometimes you need to go to those extreme lengths to save your marriage.
I leave this as open a question to you, dear audience. Do you think he should just let the divorce happen, or he should fight tooth and nail for it, or that he should just double down? Yes, I love my co-worker! And dramatically run to work and embrace her, only to be flat out rejected because she genuinely saw him as a friend.
But I thought maybe had something special. I'm married, dude. We're friends, but sometimes I make you my cuckold while I hook up with other guys.
This is an updated story from an old story. We're going to read the old story first. Update will be linked in the description below for you to skip ahead to. My entire family despises my fiance and I have to choose between them and her. Is there something I am not seeing here, and is my fiance manipulating me? Sorry, original story. Damn right I am. I'm not... I met my fiance when I was at a very low point in my life. Well, it's the best time to get into a relationship with someone. We instantly clicked and had a whirlwind romance. I proposed after 3 months and we are now engaged. Are you 15? I feel like my family has never approved of her or particularly liked her. They are all very well educated and work professional jobs, while she is a college dropout who works as a hostess. She is starting a venture of her own, and I am funding it for her. The problem started with my sister-in-law and my brother. They told me that 3 months was too quick and that I should date her for longer. They have also implied that she is a gold digger. Now, they never used the term. They said this because she doesn't financially contribute. My fiancé isn't particularly fond of my sister-in-law. The sister-in-law is very rich and successful, and the fiancé thinks that she is snobbish. Now, the problem escalated when there was a family wedding, and my fiancé wasn't invited. She is of a different race, so she accused my family of being racist and said this to my parents' face. My parents never expressed an opinion about her, but that was their ticking point. My sister-in-law and brother added to this and told them about my financial contributions to her ventures and other details about her relationship. Now, my parents said that I am making the wrong decision. I told my fiancé this, and she lashed out. She messaged my sister-in-law and told her that she is a horrible person for trying to wreck our relationship. My sister-in-law once again communicated this to my parents, and they have refused to pay for and attend the wedding. My fiancé says that her family will accept me with open arms, and that we can get married in City Hall. Now, she accused my parents of being elitist and said that they only like my sister-in-law because she's educated and of the same race. I love my fiancé, but I feel like she's trying to manipulate me into cutting all ties. I don't know what to do, and I don't want to reach to the point of no return with my family. Any advice would be appreciated. So what are your thoughts here first?
That's a lot to unpack.
On one hand, I can see the gold-digging tendencies, the traits of it all. But on the other hand, I feel like she wouldn't be totally fine with just getting a City Hall wedding if she was this gold-digger persona that they're projecting. Look, the whole 3 months getting married, funding her business startup and stuff, definitely shaky. But anyway, let's look at the update straight away. Well, we broke up. A lot of the comments echoed what my family was saying, but the outside perspective drilled it into my head. We have a good relationship with my parents, and my sister-in-law is actually one of my best friends. Now, just to clarify from the previous post, I've never thought they were racist or snobbish. It was an idea my ex was forcing into my head. The breakup was very messy. I told her that I thought we were going too fast and that it wasn't working out. And she began crying and implied that she would kill herself. Oh, wow, that's a healthy response. I could see the manipulation clearly for the first time, and I just told her that it is above my pay grade and that she should seek professional help for this. Yeah, good response, honestly. Now for all the money I invested in her business. Well, it was a mistake, and I'm just considering it a sunk cost. It did hurt my pockets, but recovering it will just tangle more webs. Thank you so much for all the advice. It helped me avoid a grave mistake. Yeah,
Just
happy
think about
ending.
how much money you saved not getting a divorce. Because I imagine if you brought up prenup, she would not be happy.
When people get antsy about prenups, like, why? It literally is security for both of you, understanding that it's secure, it's insurance for the future. Keeping both of you as safe as possible in the worst of circumstances. This is an update, but they also have the original story in this one. So, my girlfriend said I was rude about the fun times. Long story short, my girlfriend and I have been dating upwards of 2 years and living together the whole time. Throughout our relationship, we've had it on in a bed once. Prior to me, my girlfriend got knocked up. Her and the guy broke up. She got an abortion. So I understand this stuff is a little scary to her now, and I don't like to put a time frame on when the trauma stops affecting her. But it's been 3 years since it happened, and it's affecting our relationship. Simply to put, my girlfriend never initiates it. I always have to shoot my shot, and it's more of a 10 out of 90 shot. She says yes, and it has to be in the shower. That's her comfort zone for whatever reason.
Oh, at least you're having sex.
Yeah. If you're going for it 10 times a day, that's at least once a day, mate. You know, the math adds up. Normally, I don't get upset with the lack of this kind of thing. It's the lack of interest. And I'm sorry, but the same 10 minutes in the same position every time for the last 2 years has gotten boring as frick. I've tried talking to her and she usually just gets defensive. Anyway, yesterday we were showering and I got to go get out and she says, "Oh, you're getting out?" I said, "Yeah, why?" Her response, "Oh, no reason." I knew she wanted it, but that's the maximum effort she puts in. Like, Jesus Christ, my pepenya is right there. Just grab it for frick's sake. I have empathy for this man. Then proceeds to throw it at me like I missed an opportunity. So my response was, well, maybe if you showed me you actually wanted it, I would have stayed. But you couldn't even say you wanted it. I'm not a mind reader. And she blew up on me saying I'm an a-hole and I'm frickin' rude. I didn't mean to be rude and blunt, but I'm tired of it all. I love her so much, but I feel I'm slowly resenting her because of this. I feel our relationship is missing that aspect, and she refuses to try and open up. I've tried other things like just oral or anything other than that stuff, and she shells up. Anytime I try to turn her on, pick her up, make out, etc., she always stops 10 seconds in because she has to do something or the dogs are looking. Any excuse she has, she uses. The only time I actually hear her say that she wants to frick and talk dirty is when she is smack-faced drunk. And lastly, if I'm being honest, I'm jealous of Frick of her past relationships. Okay, we touched on that kind of aspect of her relationship in the previous video. Check that one out. She's told me she used to be very kinky before all that happened and has had threesomes, loves to do them with another girl, etc. Now, I can't even get a hand job. I don't know what to do. So that's the original story. Here's the update. So I was talking to my closest friend about this via text, and on her birthday, I accidentally texted her, "Yeah, bro, it sucks." And all hell broke loose. Constant fighting back and forth all day. Me trying to explain how I wasn't bad-mouthing our adult life. I was seeking advice on how to approach the conversation. Now, on my way home from work, I decided to, out of the blue, throw a curveball. I stopped. I got flowers, roses, and laid petals all over to be romantic. When she got home, she broke down. She apologized for everything. We went out to the dinner I had planned for her, and for the first time, she opened up to me on how she loves me, how she wants to try to be more sexual, that it's not me, and I'm the love of her life, on how she's been mentally struggling. It felt good. We went home and then fooled around outside of the shower. We didn't frick, but she was willing to have a little fun, and to her surprise, she loved it. I feel much better about our relationship now. I didn't care we weren't having it on, but you have to open up to me on why. Anyways, I felt like I fell in love with this girl all over again. Thank you all for the advice. That is very touching, very sweet. Definitely still support the idea of going to a therapist though.
Sometimes I forget that stories can have happy endings because I'm so used to Reddit stories just having like horrible endings that when it's happy, I'm like, oh, well, that's disappointing. They just lived happily ever after. Cool.
Yeah, where's the dumping? Come on. It's garbage day, people. We mentioned this in the last episode while we're doing all this all. If you focus more on building the romance with your partner, you're going to explore even better experiences together than trying to play catch up with their previous experiences. Anyway, let's go on to this next story straight away because that one's already resolved. Ugh, don't have to give our opinions. What is this? Disgusting. My 28-year-old male girlfriend, who's a 25-year-old female, hooked up with another woman. So I have been with my girlfriend Rachel, who's 25, for 8 months. It's been a mostly great relationship, but she's struggled with issues like her last ex, 29-year-old male, being emotionally abusive and them almost never sleeping together. Oh, wait, is this possibly
This is the last
story?
2 stories.
It's a theme. Today's theme, abstinence. So she's wanted to explore her smexuality with me, which I've been more than happy to do. One thing includes a curiosity about girls. Now, I have a platonic friend, 27-year-old female, who was talked with us about meeting up next month to explore things together.
No, you never do it with a friend. Rookie error.
However, this weekend, Rachel went to see her old friend Morgan, 26-year-old female, who was visiting in a hotel. It was supposed to be a girls' night, but my girlfriend texted me at 10 p.m. saying Morgan invited a man to the hotel, and they made Rachel sit outside while the two hooked up. That happened once already last time Rachel went to visit her. Who's this friend? After which, I told her that sounds like a terrible friend to make her so uncomfortable, and it made me uneasy too. Then, Rachel stopped replying. And 5 hours later, at 3 a.m., she texted me, "Please don't be mad, but I kind of got roped into going down on Morgan tonight."
Kind of got roped in.
No!
It's a two-way street.
Oh, I slipped onto a vagina. That's not... No. It just happened. It didn't just happen. You had choice here.
Especially, why would you sit outside while someone else has sex?
Just leave. Like, oh, well...
Like, how long were you waiting out there for?
2 minutes. I was confused how to feel because my gut reaction was it's different than if she had done something with a man. But it still felt like cheating and was a breach of trust. Absolutely. Especially when she's referenced an interest in the past of getting it with another girl. She should have at the very least, been like, hey, Is this okay? I'm in this opportune moment to explore my sexuality with someone that I'm comfortable and I trust if they gave me the opportunity. Are you okay with me doing this without you being here?
And also in the presence of another man.
Yeah. It's like as if she's just sprinkling the truth. She insisted that nothing else happened and that Morgan's man friend wasn't involved, even though he was still there. I told her I need time to process it, and she begged me to not break up with her. Said she regrets it and loves me and wishes she asked permission first. It's upsetting. On top of the fact, I think her friend is gross from what I've heard of her behavior. I never met her, and I now wonder about STDs, etc. She said, I'm sorry, I was curious and an opportunity presented itself. Which seems like a flimsy excuse, especially since we had something similar planned already. Yeah, look, that first plan thing was already bad from the start, but she had the mindset to comprehend that she should have done all these things prior, but she didn't do them.
She's just basically put it on a show for that guy.
It's been 4 days. My girlfriend wants to meet up to talk, and I told her I need more time to consider things. She just got tested today, but it could be a week before she gets results. So even if I stay with her, I wouldn't even want to kiss her, which seems terrible and a constant reminder of what she did. It's very uncomfortable. We had a good relationship before this, and I agree with her. I don't want to throw it away, but it could be hard to see past this. Get her back. Frick her dad. Oh, this makes sense. Explore yourself.
Daddy?
You're gonna have to call me granddaddy from now on, sweetheart. The edit. Forgot to include a key element. She confessed to me in the past that she cheated on her ex once because he refused to ever sleep with her, so she slept with someone else once and felt terrible about it. The sexless relationship and abuse was well established to me before she told me that, so I believed her and told her I wouldn't judge her because she felt trapped and sought intimacy. But now that she's essentially cheated on me without those issues present, it has me thinking about the fact that she's done it before too. Very good point.
Oh.
Yes, this top comment, yeah. Give me a break. And then she has the nerve to say, well, I was curious. As if that's some sort of excuse. Oh, yes. Ex-girlfriend. Absolutely. I think total dump the ass. Don't even touch that ass. Check has been freaking cleared of STDs first. Most downvoted comment, because they're the best. I understand where you're coming from, but I also wonder why it makes a difference if it's your friend or another girl. Part of me thinks you wanted to do more with your platonic female friend, and you're mad now that won't happen, as she's already done that with someone on her own now. Or if it's more because you don't like the girl she did it with, the fact some guy was present, she didn't communicate with you beforehand, etc. Those are all valid reasons though. What are you saying?
They're all reasons to not do it. Babe, just give me 20 minutes. I'm just having my sexual awakening. Dave's here. He's just gonna fill in for you. I know you had to work late tonight.
I'd say you guys might want to take a break or talk about how things are going to work, because if she wants to explore her sexuality, you've already been open to her doing that. But if she wants to do that without you there and without telling you, are you going to be okay with that? Also, she might be happier just to be single so she can find herself in that space. I personally don't think I could trust her fully after her lying when you've been so willing to do this with her. Okay, well, the latter half there at least is somewhat understanding. Okay, OP's response to that though. I didn't want to be too explicit in my boast, but I felt we had good communication in the past. We've talked several times about meeting up with this girl who I've had threesomes with in the past. She knows all that info.
No. Platonic? That's no longer a platonic friend.
Yeah.
That's someone you've slept with.
She knows all that info and said she wants to meet her and for me to be there. I'm comfortable with that friend and trust her, whereas I've only heard bad or shady things about Morgan. There was no hall pass given to go experiment without each other's knowledge or approval. My girlfriend has even now tried to frame this event as practice and still wants to meet up with my friend, which I'm not so sure about now. I feel more upset about the other things you mentioned. You make a fair point about setting her free to experiment, but if it's just with other women, I would have been okay with that if it hadn't turned into cheating. I can give it a pass because it sounds like that his own girlfriend here has been okay with that. She has been like, I'm fine with knowing that you've slept with this person in the past.
If she wants to go and experiment with her sexuality, what are you gonna do? Just be the guy in the corner?
You got this, honey. Yeah, well done. Oh, wow. So that's where it is. I, 24-year-old female, found payments to a sugar daddy website on a Visa gift card given to me by my boyfriend, who's a 30-year-old male. My boyfriend and I have been together for close to 2.5 years and living together for the past 1 year. I moved halfway across the country to be with him and really thought we had a good relationship. A few weeks ago, he said that his office was giving out prepaid Visa cards as an incentive to get people to start coming in. For some reason, he decided he didn't want his and gave it to me to use. I didn't think anything of it until tonight when I tried to use it. There was a sticker with instructions for how to activate the card, and I, assuming it was a new card, followed them. Then I saw it had actually been activated over the summer and that there were 3 declined transactions to a sugar daddy website. He tried to tell me that they weren't from him and that the cards were just out in the office for anyone to take and that someone else must have attempted to make those purchases, gave up, and put the card back in the pile. I want to believe this, but it sounds so weird and unlikely. At the same time, it'd be pretty stupid of him to give me the card knowing transaction history was so easily accessible if he did make those purchases. I could really use an outside perspective. Is this something that could actually happen? What should my next steps be? So, yeah, okay.
Ask him to be your sugar daddy. Cash in.
So the comments are still a bit fresh with them all. Yeah, it seems really weird to me that an office would just leave a file of gift cards. Employees could easily take multiple or claim they never received one. Surely they would be handed out, one per person. Also, why would someone put the card back after it got declined from that website? Wouldn't they just keep it and use it for something else, somewhere it was able to be used? I think his story is very fishy.
Yeah, that's so weird. It's like, damn, I really wanted to spend this $250 only on a sugar baby. There's nothing else I want in this entire world that I can access with this Visa MasterCard.
Oh, here we go. Those usually come in a cardboard envelope. Not always, but usually. Check and see if the kind he gave you came in some sort of packaging. Opie responds, no packaging, but I actually just saw there's a charge to Apple in the transactions. I'm going to check his Apple receipts for that month and see if any match up with the charge, and then I guess I'll know. Although I think I already know what I'll find, sadly. I want to wait and see for an update for this one. I'm going to keep my eyes out for this story.
Also such a weird incentive to come back to the office with one gift card.
Yeah.
Like, hey guys, here's a little bit of money. We're not going to pay you anymore. You now have to travel, leave your home, and be unhappy.
That's where we're going to end today's stories. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you had some fun. If you enjoyed your time here today, please like this video. If you have any other content you know that's out there that you'd love for us to check out, please let me know in the comments down below. Love to get the thoughts on what you guys would like to see from the content. Otherwise, Emily, say poo poo pee pee.
No.
Damn it.
Goodbye.
One day. My name's been Jack. You've been a lovely person to ramble with today, and I will see you next time. Bye.